Hello, hello, hello. I'm down here in the bottom right corner. Today we're going to talk about quick branding tips for real estate investors and agents using Canva. Right now I'm on this Canva board. Let's talk about what we're going to cover today. We're going to cover how to make a real estate flyer really pop and catch attention, how to create business cards that work. Yes, physical, actual business cards still work in the real world today, but you can learn how to use QR codes. And then we're even going to show you how to do a video of a property inside Canva. Did you know you can record a video inside here? We're going to show you all these tips here on today's video. My name is Lyle with the DFWtop.com. That stands for Design for Winners to Optimize Profitability, because you're a winner and you're here because you want more profitability. It's that simple, right? So let's jump right into this. Now, I've been doing marketing and real estate stuff for so many years, I don't even want to tell you because it'll scare you. But let's cover the basics. Let's start with a business card. Everybody's like, well, business cards don't work anymore. Business cards the way they used to be don't work anymore. Listen carefully. Business cards the way they used to be don't work anymore. If you just say, here's my contact information, that's boring. Nobody wants that. I want to show you how to make an interactive business card, something that works and really catches attention. That's going to be key. So this is just a basic real estate card that I've seen. This is one that's put together, already designed for you on Canva. Now, a couple things on this. Number one, as a real estate investor or a real estate agent, you want to have your face on there because your face is what people recognize. I wear a hat a lot of times because people recognize me as wearing a hat. So every time they see the hat, they know, oh yeah, that's that Lyle guy. All right. So number one, always have a picture. Number two, do not have your picture pointed out. Look how her face is pointed this way. Her face, if this was my picture, I would just go up here and I would click flip it the other way so it's pointed in towards, so people are looking towards my eyes, towards my name and everything, okay? So keep that in mind. You want your face pointing into the business card. Now, if you're an agent or if you're an investor, you want to be very specific on your card. What specifically do you do? Where do you buy? How do you buy? If you're a buyer, if you're a seller, what kind of properties do you get, and how do I know as a real estate investor if I should pay attention to you? So for instance, one of the cards that I've kept, and it's still right here beside my desk right now, is one of the ladies that I work with now. This is 2, 3, 4, 5 years later. I still have her business card because on the back of it, she said, I'm a private money lender and I lend at X percentage. That was a good percentage for me, and she was very abrupt about what it was. I got to know her, I've built a friendship with her, but I kept that card because I know exactly what to expect from that person. Okay, so it's very important that you target specifically. You're like, well, I'm a wholesaler, I just buy everywhere. No, that does not serve you. That does not serve your clients. Be specific. I'm a wholesaler and I buy in the northern part of Dallas, the Dallas Metroplex, in Frisco, Plano, Be very specific about where you buy or what deals you come across. So maybe you're a specific geolocation, maybe you're a specific type, maybe you're a luxury person. So you don't touch any property that's below $1 million. So I buy $1 million plus properties. I buy multi-million or multifamily units of 36 units and above. Be very specific. The more specific you can be on your business card, the better it's going to be. So the point of the business card is to take action. Get the person who grabs that card to take action and call you, contact you, do something else, right? So we want to do that. So let's look at the design real quick. Okay, so first thing I said, turn that around. Number two, these colors are dull and boring. You want your colors to pop. You want them to really stand out. So what I did is I just took these, and this is not going to be a training on Canva, okay? I've got a whole nother video that specifically teaches you how to use Canva. This is how you access marketing and make it work for you, okay? So that's going to be very specific here. So first thing you want to do is you want to add colors that are your color scheme. Become a brand. If you see me, I'm always wearing blue. I'll have blue shirts on. You'll see me on my main videos. You'll see my blue coloration and everything because that's my color. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to change this color to blue. Maybe I like this bright blue. And look down here at the bottom left-hand side. See where it says change all? So everything that's that color is now going to change to another color. So let me do it on the outside so you can see this. Let's say I make this one the darker blue or this purple color. Let's go dark blue. I like the dark blue better. All right. If I click change all, see how it changed this other line as well? So that's kind of a neat little thing. Same thing with this circle. So let me go over and show you what I did. I just put another person's face in. Number two, I made this really big. You want your face to be prominent. This is kind of hidden. Look at all this extra space in here. You got to remember, these business cards are going to be small, so they're going to be about that size. So put it when you're designing, design it as if it's the same size. So I will literally take a business card and I'll stick it on my screen and measure it up to the right size, and I'll look at it. What does that look like? See how it's lost? You got a little bitty text, a little bitty picture, you got all this space around it. You're not serving, it's not serving you. Look at the difference between this one. Bam, now you know exactly what it is. So I'm gonna zoom back in so we can do this. And by the way, if you go to like Vistaprint or something, they have these designs already put together on their system, but keep in mind, everybody who clicks on Vistaprint is gonna do the exact same design. So or whatever system you're using, GotPrint, whatever printing service you use, it doesn't matter. These, you can personally design them, and then you can download that, send it directly to whatever printer service you have, including just downloading the PNG and putting that directly into GotPrint, Vistaprint, whatever you're getting your cards thing. Ask questions. If you got some suggestions down the bottom, put in there where you get your cards. I'm kind of curious. Maybe you get a better deal than I get. I'd love to know more good deals. All right, so anyway, we made the picture bigger. We made the colors match a little better to our thing. We put the name up here. You want to make sure your name is very specific. And then look at this. Very specifically tell what you do. So I just played around with this. Real estate investor, I buy luxury homes that are over $1 million that can be used for short-term rentals. That's very specific. This is not me, by the way, in case you can't tell by the picture. But what do you do specifically? The more specific you are here, the better I know. So if I have this card, I know, oh, look, I just came across a $4 million property that's just north of here, and I think this person would really like this deal. I'm going to know exactly who to call for that deal, okay? Very specific. On the back, we're going to match the design colors, right? I suggest using a QR code. Be very specific. That QR code goes to a link page. So, for instance, I created a page on my website that's a link page. You can do link in bio is one of those things. There's a short bio. If you need suggestions, reach out, ask a question in the comments, and I'll give you some more pointers. I know one that's like Lifetime, does really good tracking. You put all this fancy tracking stuff on it, and it's like $30 or something like that for lifetime access. Anyway, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but anyway, use a QR code and have very specific. So on this one, I might say, go to my luxury website for the best deal on your 1 million plus property. So now I'm trying to buy properties, right? So this is going to be very specific. And I used a QR code with a picture. Hopefully this would be a picture of the type of property you're going to do. But be very specific. What do you want them to do? Now, I'm going to pause you right here. Okay, I'm just going to talk straight. Can y'all trust me on this? I am a real estate investor. I don't have time to be put on everybody's buyer's list and get 5 million emails. I don't have time for that. That's a waste of my time. I want to know very specifically who you are and what you do and how you can help me. If you say click out here to get on my buyer's list or click here to get on my seller's list, I'm not going to do that. I don't have time to go through all that. That's a mess for me. I want to build a relationship so that you know exactly what it is. So when I hand you my card, you know what I buy, and you'll be able to contact me. You'll be like, oh, that Lyle guy. Hey, Lyle, I got a property that popped up. It fits your criteria. Can I send it over to you? Bam. That's what I want. Very specific, very direct. Real estate investors don't have time for that. I know wholesalers are like, oh, I talked to a poor guy yesterday. The guy's in his 20s. He's just getting started. He's like, oh, look at all these deals I have. And he just showed me all the emails he was getting, all the people just yelling and screaming. Could you imagine being in a room? Everybody's like, oh, look about my deal. Oh, buy my deal. Oh, buy my deal. Oh, buy my deal. That's what it is when people are sending you emails over and over again. I'm not saying don't build your email list. You should always build your email list, but make sure you're adding value to your email list, not just spamming people. And I'm just being honest, if you're sending deals all the time, all you're doing is spamming people. You want to be very specific to that client. So if I'm going to build an email list, oh, we're getting sidetracked, but dude, this is so much power. I charge people hundreds and thousands of dollars to give this information, and you're getting it for free on YouTube. I usually don't do this, but I'm doing it anyway because we're going there. If you're going to build an email list, listen carefully. Be very specific. Tag your email list. So you're going to have luxury buyers that buy in specific areas. If you can tag them and you can send specific deals to that specific list, you're going to get so much better response. You're going to get buyers and sellers quicker because they know exactly what to expect from you. They're not going to be throwing all this trash that they're getting from all your deals that you're throwing out there. Okay, so the more specific you can be in designing how you are, and the better your call to action is and the easier it is for me to access it, I would go ahead and put, for those people who don't do QR codes, is my website as well. And I would make that a slightly different color, probably this purplish color over here that fits out. You do want to have that because it makes a difference. Okay, some people don't like QR codes. They're easy, they're quick. The reason you don't like QR codes is because they can do different things. You can make this QR code. Did you know this? Listen carefully. I can make this QR code to where when you click on it, it automatically puts my contact information in your phone with details such as I buy $1 million homes, call Lyle. Very specific. Ooh, cool. Well, that's a whole nother training, isn't it? Okay, so business cards still work in the real world. Yes, there's all kinds of digital business cards, and I have people give them to me all the time. But you know what happens in a digital business card? I forget about it just as much as I forget about a physical business card. But if that physical business card has specific information, and it's a heavy-duty, solid business card, I'm going to keep it. The more creative, the more interesting it is, the more likely I am to keep it. All right, so don't discount business cards. As a matter of fact, when I have people come to me, and they're new to the market as a real estate investor or even a wholesaler, I'm going to ask them for their business card. They're like, oh, I haven't got them yet. Their answer to that question will tell me what kind of a person they are, what kind of business person they are. If they say, oh, I just haven't got around to that yet, that tells me that marketing is not important to their business and they're just trying to get a quick buck. I know it's sad, but it's true. All right, anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I don't need to quit doing that. Let's talk about flyers. Whenever you have a deal, if you're an investor, it's very important to have deals, right? You want to be able to communicate those deals as quick as possible. Imagine having this flyer pop up on Instagram or on Facebook. When I look at the flyer, I know exactly what to expect. I know what kind of property it is. I know the price. I know what features it has. I know how to get in touch with you. I can even click a QR code to do it. By the way, QR codes don't work on social media, but this would be a great flyer to put at a location where real estate investors hang out. Just saying. So let's talk about what makes a good flyer. Number one, pictures. Always find a flyer design. You can find the flyer designs over here. By the way, if you didn't know this, if you hover over these designs, if they say pro in it, and you don't have the pro account, you can't use that without paying for it. There's thousands of free ones, so you don't always have to pay. Everything I'm doing today, I'm showing you with the free version of Canva. I'm a cheapo. I use my money to make money. I don't use my money to waste money. So I try to use them. So I try to find a flyer design that has at least 3 small pictures and 1 big picture. I think it looks good. This is a good solid one. I'm going to be very specific. I'm not going to say dream home because it's going to be specific to my buyer. You can use your logo. Your logo, keep in mind, you're the only person that cares about your logo. Okay, that's just truth. If you're going to use a color, let's go back to our color schemes. Don't use these light colors. A light color is not going to work on this background. Now, if you're going to use white, that's fine. Then use dark color text, dark blues, dark colors. You can use a dark brown as your background, dark green, dark blues, dark grays. As a matter of fact, if you're doing luxury markets, I suggest using a slightly dark gray color. You could even use kind of a different version of a dark blue color or something like that, or just go flat out black. Luxury, black represents luxury. Do not use reds. Reds excite, they anticipate, they're going to irritate, they're going to agitate. In our anxiety-filled world, red agitates and causes anxiety. So I'm not going to try to read all this text on a red block of text. Don't use red unless you're using it specifically to highlight an area. Use dark colors. You want to make it easy on the eye, easy to read. Okay? Always create a call to action. Again, I'm using a QR code down here. I'll show you how to make these in this video. Let's go to some video. Now, I'm going to look at these. These are designs that have already been designed inside Canva in the free version. I'm going to tell you some good and bad points of them and how you can make your design really pop. Okay? Here's a really fun one. I really like this one because it does have the logo. But again, your logo is not important to anyone but you. No one's going to recognize your logo. If you want to put your face there, go for it. That'd be cool. Talk about your real estate. You got 1 big picture. This one has 4 small pictures, which is fine. Be very specific about what it is, what it has. If it needs work to be done, let them know it needs work to be done. Be careful though. If you're a seller, if you're a real estate investor and you're selling, number 1, do not put the ARV on there. The ARV, you're promising someone that is the price they will get for it. You can't quantify that. If the market drops, they can come back and pull this flyer up and say, hey, look at this flyer. This guy told me this is how much it's going to sell for. They can actually take you to court. Because you're suggesting you're a professional. You know more than them. So when you put the ARV and you put how much it's going to cost to renovate that house, you don't know how much it's going to cost to renovate the house because they may put marble countertops or they may put Home Depot countertops in there. You don't know what level they're going to renovate it at, so you can't specify that thing. I know people like to do that and they put the ARV and, oh, this only costs $10,000 to fix up and the ARV is $20 million. You know, don't do that. You do not have any qualification. Even real estate agents, I'm sorry, real estate agents, if you're listening, you shouldn't be doing that either. If you're not selling that house specifically for a specific price. You can't guarantee a price at the inside. Oh, but anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. But don't put a price unless you're going to be held to that price in a court of law. It's very specific. Anyway, I like this one because it's really simple. I like these little edges. It gives a little bit of design level to it, which is really fun. Make sure you have your contact information. They don't need to know your location necessarily unless you want them to come by your office. But you do want to have an email address, a phone number, and then a call to action. Go to this website for more pictures. Go to this website to submit your bid. Be very specific about your call to action. All right, here's another one. I really like this one. Big picture, 3 small pictures, really good design. Real estate for sale. Again, you don't have to have your logo on there. Again, that's just a distraction sometimes. I know people are trying to brand and they're like, oh, branding, I can put my logo out there. Again, I've been doing this for multiple years, and your logo is only important to you. It's good to keep it in there, keep it handy, but don't make it prevalent. It's got to be there to represent you, but don't make it the biggest part of the picture. The biggest part of the picture is how you can serve the person you're talking to. This is the deal. This is how this works for you. That's what you want to talk about. This one, problem I have with this one is there's no call to action. Look here. This design is a really cool design, but there's no call to action. There's no way for me to contact this person. I would hate to go to a store, go to a location, and I find this, and this is like, oh, this perfect house, I want it, and now there's no way for me to get in touch with this person. Don't do that. Make sure you have contact information. Make sure you have a specific call to action. If someone sees this flyer, what exactly do you want them to do? Okay? So, next one. I don't like this one. I know a lot of people say, oh, this is really cool. There's a lot of things I don't like. Number one, I don't like this little blur spot because it covers up part of the picture. I don't like the logo being over here because it distracts from the picture. This discount thing doesn't matter. And these little bitty tiny pictures aren't going to help serve me to find out this better deal. Okay? So keep that in mind. When you're designing, you want your pictures to be very specific and very relevant. I don't mind if they're circles, but if this was mine, I would take these and I would increase the size of these to about double that size, so that I have those locations in, which means I'm going to have less pictures. All right. But you get an idea of how that works. And then I'd have to move this up, and now you're taking more space, which means I have to move this picture up, and I have to move this up, and then I have to move this up. So find a design that already has these things in place. You don't need this because that's not necessary. You might put a picture over here, and a picture over here, and a picture over here. Make them bigger. But anyway, you get the idea that you can have good information, but the key is you want it to be solid, like this one, a call to action, specific how you can contact you, specific information about that. Talk about how much you're selling it for, but don't talk about how much they can sell it for because you cannot make that promise. When you put that in writing, you're making a promise. Whether you put that on Facebook, they can screenshot that picture. It doesn't matter where you're putting it, even if it's just a typewritten. Be cautious on that. Okay, I'm always here trying to help. I'm in the world of real estate and I've been in the world of advertising for multiple years. I'm just trying to help you out, and these are things that I've learned about. All right, so now a lot of people are asking, well, how do I get those QR codes? Because these are really cool. I'm going to show you really simple. You can create what's called a logo. It's a 500 by 500 pixel. Put a simple image in it. So you can do a simple image like this. I'm going to duplicate this page. Or maybe I want to put a picture of a house. And I'm going to go over here. I can go to pixels and put house. I want a solid picture of a house, something like this. And then here's how you create a QR code from either of these. Now you can use your own logo. Just don't make your logo the whole picture because you have to have spots, the little dots in there for them to focus on. Okay, do not use words. Do not use like so-and-so buying and so-and-so this. Use an image, an icon is great. But do not use words because it'll distract from how these work. Okay, so I'm going to go up here to the share and look over here. See, this says more. Click on more, and right here is a QR code. So I'm going to click on this, and it's going to ask me which page, and it's going to ask me what you want to do with it. So you're going to send them to a website. So I'm going to put my website, dfwtop.com. I'm going to do with page 1. You see a picture of what it looks like right there. That's what it's going to look like. I can do page 2. It's going to generate a QR code picture in just a minute. See there? That's what it's going to look like. So this is what the image is going to look like. So it's going to be pixelated, meaning it's going to be dotted and it's going to be not super crisp. It's going to be a very small image. Keep that in mind. You're not trying to make the image pretty necessarily. You're just trying to catch attention with these things. I suggest using a simple icon, doing something like this. When you click QR code, bam, it's going to show up right here. You're going to download that QR code, and then to use it inside your flyers or to use it on your business card, you're going to go over here to the left-hand side. Now, I'm not going to do this because I've already done this. And you're going to click on uploads, and you're going to upload your image right here at the top. So right here, I've uploaded the image, and now I can use this image. That's what it would look like. So see how it pixelates? It puts little dots in it. It makes everything, but having something simple in there, if I had words in there, you would not be able to read these words. If I had my face picture, probably wouldn't be able to see my face in there because it's going to be very pixelated, very dotted. Okay. So now you've learned a lot on basic branding stuff. Let's talk about some little simple things. Simple animation. Let's talk about a simple animation real quickly, and then we'll jump into how to do a video. Now this video I'm not recording inside Canva because I'm going to show you how to record, and I can't record and show you how to record at the same time, so that's kind of crazy. All right, so here's a simple thing that I created. Real estate agents, increase your stuff. I got a website. Okay, so this is a social media post. Now social media posts are boring, they're static. However, if I added, and all you got to do to add a page, if you don't know this, just click duplicate. All I did was change the color of this. I can go here and maybe I want to change the color of it again to a different color. Let's go with this bright green. Or a red, I don't know. We're gonna have fun with this. Okay, and then we're gonna leave this white. And we're gonna go back to yellow and everything. But anyway, the reason I'm changing colors is because I can create an animated image from this that will change colors. So let me show you at the top what happens. See right here it says tumble on this section. This will tumble in these images. Then this right here says fade. So this image is gonna fade. So it's gonna tumble in and it's gonna fade to this. Let me show you what that looks like. Click on play. See how they tumble in and then they fade in and then it changes colors. Bam, bam. Isn't that kind of cool? That's a simple image that you can animate. So take your, let's say you have a house for sale. Take pictures of the house. You can actually animate from one picture to the next picture using simple animation. And all you're going to do is go up here to this right-hand side, click on this, and there are your animations. You can have it all pop in together. You can sleek. This is called simple. You can rise, pan, and a lot of these are free. There are some that are not free. I'm going to click on stomp because that just kind of looks fun. All right, so now I'm going to go up here. I'm going to play it so I see what it looks like. That's what it's going to look like. All right, and then to download it, this is how you make an animated image, not a video, but an animated image. It kind of works the same, it's slightly different. I'm going to click share. I'm going to go to download. I'm going to keep all pages and see where it says MP4 video. You can do a video and you put words and sounds behind it if you want to, or you can go down here and click GIF, and it's going to make a GIF in an animated image. All right, so I could download that. I'm not going to do that here because it'll flub up my screen. I don't want to do that, okay? But click on GIF, make sure all pages are selected, click download, and that little image will pop up on your social media and it'll look like this, with all these colors changing and all this stuff happening. Okay, super simple way to do it, but it's an easy way to keep the information in front of people but catch your attention because something's moving, something's changing. Social media is so static, make something that moves look so much better, which takes us to our next level, which is creating a video inside Canva. So let's say that I have a video that a property I want to sell, and I want to highlight 2 or 3 different sections of the property. I can make a presentation inside Canva, put those pictures in, highlight the specifics for that area, and then I can record myself talking over it, doing a voiceover, or even my face inside there doing a voiceover. Isn't that cool? So let me show you. You may not know it, that you can do a voiceover presentation inside here. First, you're going to make your Canva presentation. You go to create a presentation, you go through your templates over here. You can see some of them are even really cool. Different images. You're going to find the one that works for you. I like something simple. Travel videos, things tend to work really well. So you look at this images, I'm going to click over here and see it's got a picture and then some information. A picture, some information, picture, information. I like those because they work really simple. I'm not doing that on this one, just I'm showing you what to do. All right, so step 1, make your presentation. Make the image the way you want to. Step 2, on the top right of the editor, click on present and record, and that's going to take you to the recording studio. So again, I can't do this because I'm actually recording on the screen, but on the top right, see over here right beside share, it says present and record. I can't click on that because it'll mess up my whole system, but when you click on that, it's going to ask you to select a camera and an audio source or a microphone. Click on the one that works best for you. Can you upload audio? Yes. That's a whole different process. I want to make this super simple. Okay. Step 3, set up your camera microphone. Once you're ready, click Start Recording. It's going to give you 1, 2, 3 on the screen. Then it's going to start recording whatever's on your screen. So you have this presentation. Then you'll be able to download it as an MP4, as a video. You'll have your, make sure you download this one as an MP4 because you want the audio as well. So you'll download it, have the video, and you'll be able to upload that directly into Facebook, YouTube, wherever you need to put that. So every house that you have, you create this presentation, you just change out the pictures. You do put your logo, you do put your branding on there because you want people to know what to do. That's called interaction. So I just gave a silly example. This is a good deal. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, solid foundation, open floor plan, needs roof work, location, price, where to find more details. Now, this would not be a description for this house, but I thought it was kind of fun. It needs roof work. Yeah, it may need a little bit of roof work. Foundation looks pretty solid. Yeah, it looks pretty solid. See that chair sitting there? I like to have fun a little bit. But when you're showing property, show the property. Some people are like, well, I just want to show one picture. They have to come to me for more pictures. Don't do that. I, as an investor, do not have time to go look at 12 other people's things. If I'm scrolling through Facebook or you send me a deal, I want to know exactly, real quickly, what to expect from that deal. If I like it, then I'll take the next step and learn more information. But if you just have one picture out there, I don't have interior pictures, probably not going to look at it because I'm thinking you're hiding something, okay? Or I'm thinking you don't have access to the property. Think about that. If you only show the outside of the house and only from the front, or you use a Google image, I think you don't have access to the property, which means you don't actually own the property, which kind of triggers my little spam filter in my head. Be careful about that. Don't do that, okay? I want to make sure that you're getting the right deals with the right people for the right reasons, okay? If you need more marketing tips, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Subscribe, connect with me. I really do want to connect. Comment, ask questions, join the conversation. My goal here is to add value to your life so that you can do better in real estate investing, because ultimately, if you do better in real estate investing, you're going to be able to bring me some really good deals, and I want some good deals, all right? So, have a great day. I am Lyle, and I hope you have an awesome time with your real estate investing. I wish you all the luck. I'm with DFW Top, which stands for Design for Winners to Optimize Profitability. Make sure you subscribe and leave a comment, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great day.